Hi, welcome to the Recovery Daily podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Abbasi. I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic and stroke survivor, and I'm really tired today. And I was just sitting here in front of my computer, and I was like, I was trying to think of what to talk about today, and I was like, I'm just really tired and I don't feel good. And then right when I typed that, a friend of mine in sobriety sent me a text message, and he I said it's perfect timing, and he was like, your higher power delivered. So that's going to be my topic. I'm tired and I don't feel good. So what do I do on days that I'm tired and I don't feel good? I just hit record anyway. I turn off my wanter and I do what I have to do, the next right thing. Um, I did walk over this morning to get my nails done, even though I didn't feel like it. I thought getting out and walking would be good for me. Really, it was like I could barely keep my eyes open when I was getting my nails done. I know, tough problems. And then I came back and I just crawled right into bed and took a nap. And then I just ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and some Doritos and an oatmeal cookie because I'm not vegan anymore. Oatmeal cream pie, to be exact. So now I'm here and I have a voiceover class on Mac tonight. It starts today and it's like a 3-month class. I finally got accepted to take the class. It's with a company called iBug, and they help blind and low vision people work with devices. So I'm going to formally learn voiceover, and that's exciting. So I wanted to make sure I get my podcast out of the way so that I can focus on that. I already did my homework because I'm an overachiever. And our homework was to read ahead about the basic voiceover, I don't know, commands and stuff. And so I know those because I've been practicing for, you guys know, for like a year. I've been doing like a light version of using voiceover on my Mac. So I know enough that I could listen to the reading and I didn't have to like use my eyes to read it. So that's good. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. I was able to like turn on voiceover and navigate to having it read me the page. So that's pretty fantastic. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about what do we do when we are tired and we don't feel good. Um, I remember working and being an active alcoholic and being so tired because I was drinking until like 3 in the morning and then I would sleep for like 3 hours and then I'd get up and go to work. I don't know how I did that, but I could barely function. And I was like falling asleep when I was driving, and somehow I was able to keep functioning. I was much younger at that point, not a lot younger, probably, well, I was 20 years younger, probably, when I was doing that. No, I'm 8 years sober. So some of that was happening like only 8 years ago, because that was when I reached my low. But I did that for years and years and years, that I wasn't sleeping and I was drinking and I was driving an hour and a half to work back and forth. It's just terrible. But today I don't have that as often. I don't have sleepless nights often. When I have sleepless nights, it's because I was not able to get my trazodone prescription filled. So trazodone is something that I started taking in detox, and I've been taking it ever since. They give it to you to help you sleep when you get sober, and I've been taking it ever since. It really helps me to fall asleep and stay asleep. And I depend on it now, I guess. I mean, it's not addictive, they say, but I do depend on it. I sleep better with it. So I don't know if that's some form of addiction or what, but I need it in order to sleep good. So sleep well. Um, so I couldn't have it last night. I tried to go pick it up today, but it wasn't filled yet. So my husband's going to pick it up tonight, along with my prescription that the neuro-otologist just wrote up for me. So I'll be set tonight, but what do I do today? What do we do when we feel so freaking tired and uninspired after having a sleepless night? When I don't feel good, it affects everything. Like I just don't, it affects me emotionally. And I talked about a couple days ago about how when we don't feel good or we're not happy, that is not a representation of our spiritual fitness. So I'm reminding myself of that today. Just because I don't feel good doesn't mean that things are going downhill for me. And that's what it can feel like when you don't get enough sleep. And it affects, it just feels like you're kind of moping through the day. And so not getting enough sleep just typically completely throws me off track. It is so vital to me normally, but in recovery, it's just so important for me for my brain to have enough sleep, because if it doesn't, I just feel even worse. I feel even dizzier. My head hurts even more. And when I'm sleep deprived, everything becomes difficult. I just can't even think straight, which is not, I'm sure, foreign to you. I know when anybody doesn't sleep, everything's a little more difficult. I feel emotionally unstable, shaky. I feel like I could easily get stressed. When I was sitting in the nail place this morning, I noticed that I just wasn't even breathing smoothly, that I was like almost breathing really shallow. And so I was making it a point to like breathe deep and just try to relax myself, because I get almost anxious when I'm feeling like I can't even sit there because I'm so tired. So, when we're already working hard in recovery, whether it's from stroke recovery or sobriety, adding lack of sleep to that can feel like it's pushing you to the edge. And when we're exhausted in sobriety, it's sometimes harder to cope with um, doing the next right thing, whether it's cravings, to manage cravings, or to maintain our emotional resilience that we need on a day-to-day basis. Um, I mentioned that feeling good is not a representation of our spiritual fitness, but it's important that when we don't feel good, that we take a hold of that opportunity and learn how to deal with ourselves throughout the day like that. Um, so recovery, of course, is not a straight line. It's like another layer of challenge on top of regular day-to-day life. And I when I wake up in the morning, I remind myself that I'm an alcoholic, I'm a stroke survivor, and I have a vestibular disorder. I think that's what it is. I don't know these doctors, But then when, and it's hard enough, right? It's hard enough when I get up to be like, oh yeah, this is what you have to deal with today. You're in recovery. Um, some days I wake up and I'm like, lately, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do today? I'm going to crochet. I'm going to paint this. I'm going to, work on these things that I enjoy. But on a day that I don't feel rested, it's hard to show up for myself. Um, Sleepless nights add another layer of discomfort. It's like physical exhaustion, mental fatigue, and emotional stress on top of just your typical, I don't feel good on a daily basis because I have chronic pain. Um, and these are moments, days that I need to rely on my program even more. So when I woke up this morning, I did not even want to get out of bed, which is very unusual for me. But I've talked to you guys about I just do it anyway, I just put my feet on the floor and do it anyway. It's not like I have a choice. I have a Weimaraner who is knocking at her crate door, scratching, ready to start her day. So I have to face the day, even when I feel completely drained. And this is something that we learn to do in recovery. Um, and I think it's training. I almost feel grateful that I have had to work so hard to get up in the morning, because giving up or not getting up is not an option anymore. Um, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I have to show up for me, just like a parent shows up for their kids, no matter how they feel. I have to show up for that little girl inside of me and take care of her, no matter how I feel. Um, One of the most important things that I learn about in recovery is self-care. And we can't pour from an empty cup. So sleep is one of those vital things that fills our cup back up. And when I'm tired, it's easy to slip into old behaviors and let negative thoughts creep back in, let my self-worth just drain out of me. And in the past, sleepless nights would be a trigger for depression. And I know that it doesn't have to be now. I don't have to grab a hold of that and just let it consume me. I know that feeling bad doesn't mean that I have failed. It just means that I need to take extra care of myself today. And if that means that I get to take a nap, or today's a day for me to sit and listen to audiobooks, then that's what I'm going to do. Practice some deep breathing and just give myself permission to take it easy today. I think that's important. I don't, for most of the day today until this very moment, I've been feeling like guilty, I think is the right word, about not getting anything done. I have all of these self-imposed projects that I'm working on. And when I don't pick up any of them in one day, I feel guilty. And that's ridiculous that I would feel guilty about stuff that I have just created in my own life to do. But it's no different than what I did when I was out there working. Everything was self-imposed. And if I didn't get things done, I would just beat myself up. So today I'm going to give myself permission to take it easy and know that I can't avoid hard days, whether it is a sleepless night or stressful situations. Recovery doesn't promise that everything is going to be smooth sailing. What it does promise me is that I can face the day in a different way than I used to without turning to old habits. And so when I'm sleep deprived and feeling low or under the weather, I need to lean on my recovery tools even more. So, whether that's calling a friend, going to a meeting, or just reminding myself to like take a deep breath, um, these types of things help to get me through a tired day because tomorrow's going to be better. Tomorrow, as long as I look at today being gentle with myself, tomorrow's going to be better. If I look at my day like, oh, you're worthless, you didn't do anything today, you suck, then tomorrow I'm probably gonna keep riding on that wave. Um, so if you've had a rough night, or you're in the middle of a tough season in your life, know that it's it's okay to take a little more time for yourself and be gentle with yourself. Um, I feel today like I'm dragging myself, but I think my self-talk was telling me I need to drag myself as far as I would normally walk, and I don't need to. Um, I just need to drag myself far enough to take care of the things that I need to take care of for my well-being today. And there's something about today that will make me stronger. And I think that what I'm proud of myself today for is that I was downstairs eating my peanut butter and jelly sandwich and I was thinking, I don't want to record today. And that's unusual for me too. You know that I'm like so adamant about doing my podcast every day because recovery is daily. And when I feel poopy, I want to make sure that's even more important that I record because I want other people to know that poopiness is okay. And it's just another part of being human. And I need to show up for myself today. And it's important to me to hit record and show up for you today, even when I feel like I don't want to, because I want to be an example of turning off my wanter and doing the next right thing, no matter what. Be gentle with myself, take care of myself, because this too shall pass. And I'm going to get some freaking sleep tonight. So thanks for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.